Water quality affects your health dependent upon how many things are mixed in with the water. Water by itself is always water, but the more industrialized we get with this mono-agriculture system going on, the more chemicals that you get in there. So the more things end up toxifying the water and rotting within the water itself. So you end up with things like heavy metals, toxicity, poisoning from sodium fluoride, and obviously things like chlorine, which we're still using in the States, is highly toxic as well. And then toxic cleaners on top of that too. So water is the key to health, but water needs to have minerals so we're not demineralized, and water also needs to have the minerals so that that people can get hydrated. Because dependent upon the water quality, if the water quality is poor and the pH is too low, minerals are getting leached from the body. People are just so dehydrated, regardless of how much water they drink. But the higher the water quality, and the more one walks away from soda pop and coffee and those types of beverages, the more hydrated one is going to be, and you'll be able to function properly with good quality water, and of course, the good fresh, ripe fruits and vegetables. It's really important to have good quality minerals in the water. Typically, the best to find are ionic minerals. In the raw food world, everybody talks about the enzymes really being the thing that activates good health, and having those enzymes. Well, the enzymes aren't going to be switched on without good quality minerals. So the Adya Clarity Minerals work to help to switch on those enzymes to get your body running efficiently. People need about 3 to 6 liters of water a day, depending on activity level. People that eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, I still recommend drinking at least 3 liters of water a day, minimum. If people are eating a lot of fruits and vegetables and they're conventional, there's still going to be that toxic accumulation from the different pesticides and herbicides and so on and so forth. So I would recommend closer to the 6-liter range, even for people that are doing lots of fruits and vegetables. So it's really dependent upon how conscious of an eater one is. The more conscious of an eater you are, you're going to get more of your mineral salts and a higher water content that's clean from organic, local, or homegrown fruits and vegetables. The best water out there is going to be spring water that's sourced from a place that's been tested. The spring water that comes up is what people like Rudolf Steiner would consider mature water. Obviously, if you're distilling your water, you have pure water, but with none of the minerals in there, and there's no structure to it. It's not living water. It's basically water that's had its memory wiped out. So if you're doing distilled water, adding an ionic mineral solution is a great way to get your minerals and to get that bioelectric spark of life. Water that's also in glass or some other type of non-lecherous material. As far as BPA, I'm not really sure how much I trust even just a water bottle that says it's BPA free. I have a friend that went to a water bottling facility in Michigan, and what she found is that the plastic molds that they pour the water into are still warm when the water goes in there. So there's dissolved plastics that are in there, and so I typically don't drink any water out of plastic containers whatsoever. Water like Dasani and Aquafina, they pretty much just use probably 90 to 100% tap water. So water that has toxins in it, and they're sort of double dipping because on top of the toxins, those toxins, there's also going to be the plastic residual contamination that will go into your body as well. So I like to keep the water within me as as clean, mineralized, and fresh as I can. There's a water scarcity insofar as the quality of water. The amount of water that's of drinking quality is continually going down. I mean, more people are dying because they don't have access to clean water. Because it seems like to me there's pretty much the same amount of water that's here. It's just the things that are in the water that reduce the quality and make it undrinkable. So as long as we have the technology like Adya Clarity does to remove those things and neutralize then I think that everybody will be able to have access to adequate water.